you guys want to go, just go.
Hi, Midwest Fight fans. This is Nick Hausman here for Midwest Cage Fights. I'm standing here today in the Top Notch Gym with Brandon Robert Priest, who's got his first MMA fight coming up here November 16th for AFC. How you doing today, Brandon?
Very good. It's my first pro fight.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
First pro, yeah.
So you've had a few amateur fights under your belts now?
Yeah, 8.
8 amateur fights under your belt. What would you say is something that stands out for you as opposed to other fighters, Brandon?
Oh, my stand-up. That's what I really like to go with whenever I'm in the cage, you know. Take people up against the cage, beat them up a little bit, then take them to the ground, finish them off from there.
Cool, cool. And now, would you say there's a specific style that you use over other styles, possibly in MMA?
I would say more wrestling, and then ground. It's jiu-jitsu-wise right now. I'm trying to switch over to wrestling a little bit more, so yeah, as of right now.
Great, great. And, you know, when you're walking into a fight with a competitor, what is something that you do when you're studying your competitor to get yourself ready for the fight? What's something that you look for in your competitor before you step inside that octagon with him?
Mainly to look at, like, what things he's strong in and where I want to take the fight in order for me to do better, you know. But, you know, other than that, you know, I like to stare him down, look him in the eyes and all that. So, you know, I like to use that as some intimidation and all that.
Great, yeah, and Brandon, I'll end it on this. You know, 5 years from now, you're going to be elsewhere in the MMA community. You got big plans. What is the future of Brandon Robert Priest? What does that hold for you?
Within the next 5 years is to be champion in the UFC.
Boom, there it is. Brandon Robert Priest right here from the Top Notch Gym in Villa Park, Illinois.
All right.
Cool, thanks, man.
No problem. Actually got...
Go whenever you guys are ready.
Welcome back, Midwest Fight fans. This is Nick Hausman with Midwest Cage Fights, and I'm standing here today with Dave Lamoso. Dave is a referee and judge for the Midwest territory for the MMA. And Dave, thanks for coming on today. Now, in your experience as a ref and a judge, what's usually the hardest part of your job, Dave?
You know, just basically keeping it even and fair. You know, it's, you know, you got a lot of guys that really just want to go at it hard, and they have a tendency to go over the line. And
now, when you say go over the line, what exactly do you mean by that?
well, it depends on what you're reffing. If it's Muay Thai, there's obviously more rules, so they have a tendency to go past the rules and not adhere to, you know, what needs to be done the right way. With MMA, it's a little bit more liberal, so they can get away with more. You know.
So what's something that maybe differentiates a Muay Thai fight from a typical MMA UFC style fight?
Well, I mean, obviously, you can't fight at the ground. I mean, that's the, you know, the obvious point. It's just as far as clinches and things like that. It's more of you know, a hands and legs, you know, punching and kicking type of sport versus MMA. It's just anything that goes until you get the guy down and win. You know, if you drop a guy with a punch or a kick in Muay Thai, there's obviously a 10 count and an 8 count. MMA, there's not. It goes to the finishes. That's like probably would be the most decisive difference.
And your time as a referee throughout the Midwest, is there ever a specific match that pops out in your mind as something that's been particularly interesting, or maybe I don't know, just stood out in your mind as a match that you'll never forget being a part of as a ref or as a judge?
Yeah, I would probably say it's probably a title fight that I reffed. You know, that turned out to be. I mean, it was a battle, a brawl. You know?
Do you remember the fighters that were in that title fight?
His name was, I'm sorry, no, I don't.
That's fine.
You know, I mean, they come at me so much that it's hard for me to keep up with names. It's actually, I don't even remember half the people I fight that ref, you know, until after, hey, you ref my fight. Okay, great.
Great. And do you have anything, Dave, that's coming up that you're real excited about, possibly an event?
Other than, you know, what I've got going on with the team, you know, I'm doing assistant training and coaching with the fighters here. Events as far as I'm looking right now, I'm looking at a big show at the beginning of November, I think it is, or December for our next one, which is another Muay Thai event I'll be reffing.
Great, and you know, I know you're also a bit of a trainer. I'll kind of end on this. When you start working with a fighter, what is it that you look for the fighter? What is it you try to bring out in the fighter that differentiates them from anyone else that steps into a ring with them?
You know, what we look for basically is heart. I mean, you could teach them skill in different things, but conditioning. But I mean, you have to have the mentality. Bottom line is that if a fighter doesn't have the mentality or the heart, it doesn't want to go push himself past the limit, I mean, really can't do much with it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Dave. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been Nick Hausman again with Midwest Cage Fights. Welcome back, Midwest Fight fans. This is Nick Hausman here with Midwest Cage Fights. I'm standing here today with the owner of Top Notch Gym here in Villa Park, Illinois. This is Mac Ramos. Mac, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today. So how long has Top Notch Gym been in existence?
I believe since 2001.
2001, okay. And now you have 17 years in Muay Thai fighting. Would you say that you focus more on Muay Thai here at the gym, or is there a lot more variety than meets the eye?
Well, in the beginning, we did just strictly Muay Thai and boxing. And after a while, when MMA hit the scene, we had to kind of merge with the MMA.
Yeah.
So we our base is still Muay Thai, but right now it's an MMA gym.
And when your fighters come in here to train, when they leave Top Notch, what's one thing that you want instilled in them that possibly separates you from the other gyms in the area, Mac?
Stand up. Number one, great stand up. Great boxing, great Muay Thai.
Yeah, and is there any fighters in your gym right now that really stand out to you as possibly be right on the forefront of the MMA scene right now? Somebody that you're looking to really break out in the next few months or years?
I got a lot, man. I got, well, as you know, I got Ricardo Lamas is my main scene. I got Mike Santiago, who's went down to featherweight division. I got Brandon Priest, who's gonna make his MMA debut. I got Ryan Berry, who's fighting this weekend, October 20th.
Yeah, keep putting them over, man. These are your boys right here.
I got tons of guys, man. I got Tony Guerrero. I got name it.
Now I see, obviously, as we're in the background here, there's some kids practicing for MMA right now. Have you seen a huge increase in youths trying to be involved in MMA in the past few years?
Yeah, but you know what though? I'm gonna be honest. That's a tough market, you know, because kids. You know, it's tough because there's so many things to learn, and they're kind of depending on the learning aptitude. You know, depending the age level they come in. You know, we do have a lot of kids that come into class, but we kind of keep them basic to stand up first.
Yeah, you don't want them to get hurt real bad because they're kids.
You offer too many things at one time. You know, a lot of kids, they just jump all over the place.
Yeah, great.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. And, I'll kind of end, Mac, are there any events coming up that you'd like to promote or put over as we close the interview off here?
Sure. We have a fight, Flawless Fighting Championship in UIC Pavilion. One of my second top guy, Mike Santiago, is going to be fighting at the featherweight division. He's fighting home for the first time in about a year.
Great. Yeah, well, folks, be sure to check out that Flawless fight. And, Mac, thank you again so much for taking the time. And we'll see you guys all at MidwestCageFights.com. Thanks, Mac. Santiago, right?
Sir. When you guys are ready, go.
Welcome back to MidwestCageFights.com. This is Nick Hausman. I'm standing here today with Mike Santiago. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us, Mike.
Thanks for coming, man.
Now, Mike is a professional MMA fighter here, based out of the Top Notch Gym in Villa Park, Illinois. And, Mike, you have a record of 9-6. What would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned at your time as a professional MMA fighter?
A lot of it's like I said, it's mixed martial arts earlier, man. You gotta every fight's learning experience. Being in the gym every day, every day is a new experience. You know, you learn something new every day as a professional fighter. So, you know, I'm still young. I'm 23 years old. So, yeah, I got a lot of fights, a lot of experience, and man, everything's just learning experience, man.
Well, at 23 years old, you're one of the younger MMA fighters. So, what is it like walking into a fight knowing that you've got that kind of age difference? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing in your eyes?
Usually, I fight older guys, you know, in 30s. Every time, you know, I've rarely fought someone my age, you know, so it's like me going in there, younger guy. It's like I got kind of the more fire, but the older, wiser fighters usually get the best of me sometimes.
Do you ever find your bravado possibly coming out knowing that you're walking in with that youthful exuberance?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a lot of people, they say they don't get nervous. Everyone gets nervous for a fight, especially going into a battle against an older guy, more experienced, you know. But you know, you got to put that face on, you know, make you kind of trick yourself into not being nervous, you know.
Yeah, for sure, and especially since you're working with other fighters here at the gym, you know, what kind of advice are you giving to them with your professional background as they're moving into that more professional environment?
Nowadays, it's me. I'm young, like I said, and there's a lot of younger guys than me coming up in the game, in the professional fight game, and they're improving in every aspect of the game, not just one.
Right, and like you said yourself, you're a mixed martial artist, so you focus on several different styles.
Yes.
What styles would you say you're most prominent at now at the moment?
Well, I've been wrestling since I've been about 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
So my wrestling's strong. It's not the best. I didn't wrestle in college. I just went all through high school and wrestled. But here being at Top Notch, Mac, his background's Muay Thai. So, you know, my stand-up is good there, too.
Great, yeah, and I'll let you finish off here right now. Do you have any fights coming up right now? Anything you want to get people excited about as we leave this interview?
Yeah, actually, I just got locked in for a fight November 8th in North Carolina. I guess the guy's undefeated, so, you know, just got to bring it to him, you know.
Take him down.
Yes, sir, you already know.
Take him down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Mike Santiago, and we are reporting here live from the Top Notch Gym in Villa Park, Illinois.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Good interview, man. They don't soak that in.
Whenever you guys are ready, just go.
Welcome back to MidwestCageFights.com. This is Nick Hausman here, and today I'm interviewing Anthony Guerrero. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us today, Anthony. Anthony is a fighter here out of the Top Notch Gym, and he's been on the scene for about 2 years. Now, you're about to make the jump to professional fighting. Right now, you've been fighting in amateur fights. What is the big difference between an amateur fight and a professional fight?
Are you talking about the fighters or just the fight itself?
Both. What's the difference in skill level with the fighters and the presentation of the events and things like that?
I don't think there's much of a difference in the fighters or the fight itself. It's mostly just a license. All an amateur has to do to be a pro fighter is get a license, you know? Without the license, he's an amateur. And whether he's an amateur, fighting amateurly or professionally, it's not whether he has that license, it's how hard he's trained, you know?
Yeah.
So without that training, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're amateur or pro, it doesn't matter, because if you're not training, you know,
yeah,
matter.
And obviously you've been in training, and this is a Muay Thai gym of sorts. Are you do you consider yourself a predominantly Muay Thai fighter, or are there other martial arts that you're familiar with and using?
You know, I started off doing Muay Thai. That's what got me into the whole martial arts scene. But I've taken jiu-jitsu and wrestling just to try to round myself out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to focus on one thing and say I'm going to try to keep it standing. I kind of just like to flow, and if I can, impose my will, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And when you impose your will,
Yeah.
how's that feel?
You know? I don't know, man. You just wait for that opportunity. You go with the flow, and then once you see the opportunity, that's when you bite it, you know? You just go at it, and then you just keep going till he's on the floor, and, you know, you want to take his will out, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You guys see that John Fitch against Eric Silva? That's imposing your will right there, you know? Just crushing him, man.
Yeah, who would you say are some influences in the MMA scene that have affected your style and helped you grow as a fighter?
I've watched a lot of boxing just because that's been around for a long time, you know?
Of course.
I like Sugar Ray Robinson, just how he flows, you know? If you could find someone who does that, all that, in MMA, you know what you're gonna get, man. Someone that's real good at it. Anderson Silva, Jose Aldo, you know. That's why they're champions.
And no, that's fine. That's fine. That's what happens at a gym. That's what happens at a gym. And yeah, I guess I'll kind of finish it off with, you know, obviously you got your first professional fight coming up.
Yeah.
When is that? Who are you going up against? Do you know? And what do you expect the outcome of that fight to be?
When I go in a fight, I go in there to win, you know.
Of course.
So I'm going for the win, and I expect to win. And I don't know who I'm fighting, you know. That's all Mac's business. I just know it might be somewhere around November, if not before the end of the year. And either way, you know, my thing is to be ready for it, man.
Ready to go. All right. Well, thank you so much. No, we'll do that. And yeah, right. God, that hurt. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you all later here at MidwestCageFights.com. Cool. Thanks, man.
Whenever you guys are ready, just go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to MidwestCageFights.com. My name is Nick Hausman, and I'm here today at the Top Notch Gym in Villa Park, Illinois, with Two. That's your name, right? Two.
My name, what's up?
Two. Now, Two, that's a very unique nickname. How did you get the nickname Two?
My coach started training me in Muay Thai, and he was just like, you Two Thai. I was straightforward all the time, so he just started calling me Two.
That's pretty nice. So you also have a professional record of 2-1, correct?
That's correct.
So you are a winner. You have a winning record.
I am indeed a winner.
Now, what do you attribute your successes to? Do you think it's more your style? Do you think it's your passion?
Hard work all the time. Hard work. Nothing less, nothing more. Just constantly hard work. Don't nothing beat hard work all the time.
You know, as you're working hard, you're developing your skills. Would you say you're still more Muay Thai based, or have you evolved into other styles as well? Do you become more?
Well, actually, at Top Notch, I'm one of the two fighters at Top Notch that just does strictly Muay Thai. So I'm actually not a cage fighter. I'm a Muay Thai fighter that trains at Top Notch.
Okay.
So our base here at Top Notch is Muay Thai, and one of the last breeds.
No, I understand. And what is it like to be a part of that, where you're still one of the guys that's still doing Muay Thai and hasn't moved into the cage fighting? Is that something you feel pressured to do, or is that something you feel comfortable with?
Not at all. Here at Top Notch, they let you do what you is. They let you be what you is. You know, if you're a boxer, you got a boxer here. They do professional boxing. Mac don't force anything on his fighters. It's all love. It's individuals here, but at the same time, we team. So.
Now, also, when you're fighting, you're in the ring, what's like a memorable moment that you've had in the ring, both good or bad, that just stands out to you as a moment in time from your MMA career?
Oh, one of my first fights, I was fighting outside, and it was dew on the mat, so all through the fight we was just slipping aside, and it was actually kind of fun.
That sounds like it could be horribly violent. Nobody was seriously injured doing that?
Surprisingly, no. It seemed like you should have slipped and bust your head or something, slipped on a cage or something.
I don't feel like people pay money to watch two guys roll around and have a good time in MMA, where people enjoying themselves.
Some people might pay money for it. I don't know.
I guess that's true. Well, I will let you finish off right now. If you've got any upcoming fights, if you've got anything you'd like to promote yourself on Twitter or Facebook, feel free to do that right now, too.
I'm gonna promote Top Notch here. Matt got a great school here. We got some great fighters here. Support all the fighters. We got Michael Santiago. We got Rick Lamos here. A couple of upcoming fighters. Just promoting Top Notch. So.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, thank you so much, too, for taking the time to talk to us today. And we will see you here later at MidwestCageFights.com.
All right.
That was fun. Thanks.
Whenever you guys are ready, just go.
Welcome back to MidwestCageFights.com. I'm Nick Hausman. I'm here today with Joel and Jackson Lucas. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us today. Now, Joel, you are a trainer here at Top Notch Gym in Villa Park, Illinois. And I see you've got your son here as well, also in the MMA. What's it like training your son how to be an MMA fighter?
You know, I've been training Jackson to be a Muay Thai fighter. We right now we're focused on Muay Thai because it's not allowed to do MMA for kids, and right now we're just focused on Muay Thai. That's my background, and that's what I'm instilling in Jackson here. I've been training for about 5 years, so we homework first, and then we come to the gym. This is our pastime. This is everybody else's basketball. This is what we do. Instead of doing basketball or baseball, this is our art form.
Yeah, I mean, I was a theater kid at your age, and so I was very bird-like. And, what's it got to be like for you, Jackson? I mean, as a kid, stepping into the ring, learning the ropes. I mean, this is a very physical sport. I mean, do you ever get nervous? Do you ever feel the pressure of that?
Well, sometimes whenever I'm walking out, it just gets me all hyped up.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Now, as the co-owner of the gym here at Top Notch, what's been one of the most fulfilling experiences for you, Joel?
Well, I mean, to clarify things, I'm not a co-owner of the gym. What I do, we have Muay Thai events over in Addison at the Pyramid Club, and I'm a matchmaker and a promoter over there and a co-owner of that company. I've been in this gym for 5-6 years. Macario and myself, we go way back. We have some history, and I'm really comfortable here. And in my eyes, it's the best gym in Chicago. This is family. This is family to us, and really comfortable here. This is my second home.
Now, you say you're a matchmaker. Now, when you're going to put matches together, what are you looking for in the two fighters when you make a match?
Well, I mean, obviously, we're looking for the same skill level and weight class. As a matchmaker, you don't want to match up sour matches. You don't want to put a 6-0 guy in there with a 1-0 guy. That's how you keep people coming back and wanting to fight for you, is good, even matches. Obviously, their skill level, their weight class, and pretty much just watch the fighters as they come up and make sure it's going to be a good, even fight. there's nothing worse than having a bad match. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for
It looks
sure.
bad all the way around.
Yeah, for sure. And Jackson, I guess I'll kind of finish this off with you. You know, you're learning a lot here from your dad. Obviously, you got to step up on the game. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Jackson? What do you see? Where's the sky's the limit for you?
In the UFC.
Boom, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to MidwestCageFights.com, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you. Boom.